Good morning and welcome to News Extra. This morning we're talking about the upcoming Theater West Summer Repertory season at the new Judy Chalupka Theater at WNCC. And this morning I have the entire cast of Forever Plaid. I've got Dillon, Inglee, Carson, Landry, Caleb Long, and Ty Hebbert. Thank you very much for joining us today, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
If you would, just introduce yourselves real quick and just give us a little bit of your background, starting with you, Dillon.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Dillon Inglee. I will be playing Frankie in Forever Plaid, and I'm a recent graduate of the University of Wyoming with a Bachelor of the Arts in Theater Performance.
Okay, Dillon, or Carson?
I'm Carson Landry. I hail all the way from Orlando, Florida, by way of St. Louis. I'm a choir boy at heart. I play the highest character, so I have a nice high voice, and I'm super excited to be here.
All right, Caleb.
Hi.
Stop laughing, Caleb.
I'm Caleb Long. I'm playing Smudge in the show. I'm originally from Southeast Missouri, and now I live in St. Louis. And I'm a graduate of the Conservatory of Theater Arts at Southeast Missouri State University.
And Ty.
Hi, I am Ty Hebbert. I am a homegrown kid. I'm originally from Gearing, Nebraska, but I am back for the summer by way of Washington, D.C., and I am playing Sparky in Forever Plaid, and I guess I graduated from the University of Wyoming as well.
Okay, give us a little bit of the background of Forever Plaid, a little bit of the plot line without giving everything away, of course.
Sure. All right. Forever Plaid is a music review talking about the death of four unfortunate high schoolers, high school graduates who met and found their desire to sing together. They were on their way to their first big gig at the Fuchsia Lounge, which is in an airport. And in 1964, February 9th, they all were killed in a car accident. But because they were singing and they hadn't really fulfilled their lives, they were put in kind of a limbo purgatory. And so now they get to come back and do the show they never got to do in life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The plot line sounds a little familiar. You know, sort of like a couple of years along, Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Frankie Valli. So what can people expect with this? Is it, obviously a lot of singing?
Yeah.
But is there a little bit of a comedic bent to this at all?
Totally.
By chance?
So, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You're hilarious.
Yes, so the show, because it is just four guys, it allows for us to have a very intimate and loose relationship on stage, and all of the dialogue between us is just so bop, 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 bop. And so the pacing of it, we just hope it's going to be really lighthearted and fun for everybody, but still there are going to be some really tender and really heartfelt moments also in the show.
Some poignant moments as well. Now, of course, you're going to be in the new theater. Have you had the opportunity to be on the stage yet, doing a little bit of prep ahead of these?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
The seats are not yet installed in the theater, along with a few other things, so it'll be cutting it pretty close, but we're very excited to be opening the brand new, Judy Chalupka Theater. It's an honor, I think, for all of us to kind of be the first performers in this new space. So we encourage everyone to come out and see the brand new space.
And of course, this is going to be on the stage the 14th and 15th of June, as well as the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, a matinee. And of course, it's just one of many items that is going to happen, many performances, different performances taking part at Theater West during the course of this summer. One of the other ones is Shrek. And we'll talk about that when we come back on News Extra. And we're back today on News Extra. We're talking about the Theater West Summer Repertory season coming up. Really neat. It's going to be in a new space, the Judy Chalupka Theater, there at Western Nebraska Community College. And today we have four of the cast members from Forever Plaid, three of which are also going to be in Shrek, and we'll talk about that in just a second. We have Dillon Inglee, Carson Landry, Caleb Long, and Ty Hebbert. Again, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
After Forever Plaid, we've got Shrek coming up, and three of you are going to be in that. Dillon's the only one who's not going to be in it. Shrek the Musical. There were some musical moments in the original Shrek. I suppose that's kind of the basis of the performance.
Actually, the only one that as far as any music that was in the movie is I believe, at the end, the big finale number they did at the end of the movie, they do that on the show as well. So where it's going to be end with just a big old rock concert song with the whole cast just jamming out with the audience. So, but other than that, it's all original music, and but again, it's such an amazing show, and this one we're pretty excited about also. Just then to start working with a bigger cast and kind of see how we can push the limits of the new theater with all the new effects and just the technical aspect along with the musicality of it.
Now the opening night for Shrek is going to be the 27th of June, relatively close to the end of Forever Plaid.
Yes.
Do you start working on these next performances as you're still, finishing out the other performances, and how does that work out, keeping everything straight?
So we start rehearsals for Shrek on Monday, and we open Forever Plaid the Friday that we start rehearsals. And so it's challenging for sure to kind of cram two shows in your head at once, but it's also what I love about coming to Theater West and getting to work in a repertory setting, and just getting to see, kind of like Ty said, like how far we can kind of push ourselves into that vein of learning two shows. Also, it's fun to see what gets put into other shows that isn't supposed to be there.
isn't supposed to be there? Oh, you mean just wasn't in the original screenplays you guys may have had it?
We enhanced it.
Enhanced
what
it.
We've added, yes.
Okay, at the director's approol or occasionally?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I think
always.
you checked up
Wink,
on it.
wink.
And of course, Shrek is going to be hitting the stage starting on the 27th of June, along with the 28th, the 29th, and matinees on the 30th, plus a regular performance, if I remember correctly. And then also July 5th and 6th, the 6th being both a regular and a matinee, if I remember correctly again. One other thing that's taking place that benefits Theater West during the course of time, Dillon, I'll point this your direction, is the garden walk that's going to be coming up very soon, correct?
Yeah, it's actually coming up on June 30th. It's the Twilight Garden Walk, and it's from 4 to 8. Patrons actually get to walk through several gardens throughout the Gearing and Scottsbluff Mitchell area. It's a self-guided tour through many beautiful gardens around, and actually the patrons actually get to meet the gardeners that are taking care of the plants and enjoy a new look really into the area. Tickets are $15 in advance, and it's there's 18 tour days.
Oh, great! That's so that gives people plenty of opportunity to take advantage of that. Basically, now speaking of tickets, of course, how about tickets for the Theater West for the summer rep season?
Yes, you can purchase tickets right now through our box office phone number 635-6190, or you can go online to theaterwestnebraska.com and purchase them there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, they're very affordable. Is there a full season pass? As I recall, that there's one.
Yeah.
In which you're going to have basically a break on your per performance ticket price.
Yep,
Right?
so with season tickets, those are $42, and that gives you the opportunity to be able to come see all three shows and the Garden Walk, I believe, with that season pass. Oh, and the cabaret that we're doing. You'll get a chance with that to come to the Bacharachs and see all the company members of Theater West, and I believe some members from the community also, to have a light of getting to perform outside of the theater and off stage and just more in a more intimate setting. And so
In a looser and less rigid
Yes,
setting.
exactly,
I can just
yes.
imagine seeing you guys in an ad lib situation.
Yes, it's always interesting to see what's going to happen. Be able to come have some drinks and just relax. And
So before we let you go, just kind of explain what drew you to Theater West a little bit. I mean, obviously, Ty, you're from the area. That's kind of a given. That's a natural attraction. But how about for you guys?
Well, I'm here as the assistant music director in addition to being in the show. So I actually know Patrick, the artistic director of Theater West, through my college out in Illinois.
Okay.
So he actually brought me out here to help with the music direction. How about you guys?
Well, I actually got to meet Patrick Newell whenever I went to the University of Wyoming. He was working in I was actually in the vocal performance department my freshman year before transferring, and so I got to take a couple lessons with him my freshman year and just kind of fell in love that way. With Theater West, he kind of reached out and said, hey, we're looking to cast a few guys. I'd worked here previously last year with 9 to 5 and Footloose. So he reached out and asked if I would be interested in coming back to do a couple shows. And I said, yeah, sure, that sounds great. I mean, I have such a great time here.
Okay, Caleb?
I found Theater West by complete accident. Last summer, they were doing Footloose and 9 to 5.
Sure.
And the director of Footloose was from St. Louis, and she'd put a post on Facebook like, hey, we're looking for a couple of characters from for Footloose. And I had played Willard 7 times before, and they're like, hey, can you come play Willard? And they said, yeah, that sounds great. So that's how I found them, and they asked me to come back this year, and I was like, yes, of course.
And of course, folks at home can't see us on the radio, but we've got Dillon and Carson asking to hear Ty's Shrek voice. Are you going to be willing to display that for us real quick?
Come on, dude, you're cool.
Yeah, okay. Okay. What about just the opening line from the show?
Works for me. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Once upon a time, there was a little ogre named Shrek who lived with his parents in a bog by a tree. It was a pretty nasty place, but he was happy because ogres like nasty. On his 7th birthday, his parents sat him down to talk, just as all ogre parents had for hundreds of years before.
So that's Theater West coming up for the summer rep season, starting up with June 14th with Forever Plaid, the whole cast here with us today, and then June 27th starting up with Shrek. Thank you very much, Ty, for that introduction. Get your tickets right now at Theater West, online and in person there at WNCC. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.